Good morning, everybody. My name is Ann Rossley. I'm here with my colleague Kyle Harvey. Together, we are realtors extraordinaire out of the Gold Coast office. We sell real estate, and we love to come to you every week and talk about what's happening in downtown Chicago real estate. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. It's so dark. I'm having a hard time waking up these days.
Right. Happy October to you.
Happy October.
Yeah, we're very close to another time change, another year, another dollar.
And I don't know why I'm shocked every single year. Every year. Where does this come from? Why is it so dark?
I know.
There we go.
But I love my long days. So today, you and I are going to be talking about why this home didn't sell or what would we do differently. We're going to take, depending on the timing, we're going to take two different properties that are currently on the market. We're going to dish on why they haven't sold yet and what we would recommend. Is that right?
Yep. But first, we've got stats because I live for stats.
All right. Well, let's see if I can share a screen and get this going. You know what I did? I just did North Chicago Township only this time. I figured next week we'll talk about the other one, Lakeview Township. Yeah. Okay, so I always like the first Monday of the month because I get to talk new statistics, and this is everything. This is condos and single family homes year to date. We've hit the $3 billion mark in terms of real estate sales, which is up 60% over last year.
Just in North Chicago. Remind people the boundaries.
Yes. So that is the Chicago River to the south, the Chicago River to the west, Fullerton on the north, and the lake on the east. So geographically, a very small area, but it has just been bonkers with real estate.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So look at condos only. Condos accounted for $2 billion worth of those sales, up 57%. And this chart shows you the closed. I'm going to clean that up a little. Here we go. Interesting. We're tapering off. You know, it's funny, Kyle, you and I both have talked about the fact that it feels like it's so slow in terms of foot traffic and sales in the last month. And we keep reminding ourselves that it's slow compared to
bonkers.
What it was. Exactly. It's slow compared to bonkers. But look at this number in terms of closed sales. We are so far ahead most other months all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
other years, look at 2019. We're almost at the peak of 2019.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Exactly right. And look how low the low was. So, and this has been the entire year is up like this. So total bonkers. Under contract. Under contract is a lagging indicator as well of the real estate market, but it's less of a lagging indicator because this shows what's going to close in the next 45 to 60 days. Again, this has dropped off a bit, but still August, which is usually a slow month for going under contract, is still higher than most other months over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I thought I would show you. Oh, no, here's the median sales price. We'll get to that, what I was going to talk about in a minute. Median sales price. We're at about $390 right now. It's come down a little bit, but you and I both know that could be an indicator that lower price properties are more frequently selling.
Yeah, and remember, we've got these wackadoodle high expensive properties, and if they're not closing, you know, or when they close, we'll get these strange peaks because they will throw off the market. A $10 million unit will throw off the market.
Exactly right. Why do I have that in there? Oh, I know why. Because I wanted to show you.
Better. Median tells you more. Yeah.
Yeah. But okay. So before we were looking at this section of the chart.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm back since 2006.
Wow.
And you can see that it's not as wild a price change fluctuation because we have been, generally speaking, on an upward trend since 2012.
And even look at the crazy high. Well, actually, this is right after the crash. 2008.
Yeah, it took about 4 years before sellers finally realized if they were going to sell, they had to reduce their prices. And
Yeah.
that's pretty typical. So, you know, we were still riding high in 2008. And then by 2009, we started to decline. So since 2012, we've gone from 275 median sales price up to 390.
That's good.
That's been good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, absorption rate. And my favorite statistic, look at this. At one point, we were in, this was in 2008-9. Look at that. We were up to 17 months worth of inventory. In other words, just about a year and a half worth of condos were on the market. And it took us, by reducing the prices, until 2013 to 14 to get that way down. Today, we are sitting at under 5 months. So
very good market.
Very, you know,
Balanced.
good, healthy market. Absolutely. Yeah. Single family homes up almost 74% over last year, which, look at this. It was in the near north area, or excuse me, the North Chicago Township. 2020 year to date was higher than 2019. And I think that's an indication. Remember how when we came out of COVID, everybody was like, got to buy a house, got to buy a house, got to buy a house, got to get out of a condo. And so I think by August, we were starting to catch up in closings. Remember, by mid-April, we were showing houses. Remember, we were doing it virtually, whatever. And by August, it was up again. I think this statistic is really fascinating. But see, even after we were up over last year, which was up over 2019, which we still thought was a really good year, right?
Right.
660 million, almost 661 million, just in that small geographic area.
And remember, this is a geographic area with few houses.
Right.
Comparatively speaking. I mean, once you get into North Chicago, it's just houses, houses, houses.
Right.
Or not
right.
North Chicago, Lakeview.
You mean Lakeview Township. Yep, yeah, exactly right. Okay, so closed sales, like condos, down a little bit in August here, but again, very strong compared to the previous years. Under contract, I just put a line in here to show you.
Yeah.
We're coming back up a little bit. See, isn't that interesting? It still felt slow to me, but
yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so median sales price. Median sales price in single family homes was $1,125,000. I think it was. Yeah, $1,125,000. But do I have it? Yeah, I do. I have the 10-year chart. Show you again, 2010 through 2012, low, low, low. And then, you know, we've been on an increase.
Yeah.
Supply of homes for sale, only 3 months worth of supply. Way down here.
Way down.
Not enough homes for sale. So that's that. That's your stats.
Yeah. Gosh, this is this is going to be a year. It's going to be interesting to see 2022 and how it stacks up against this crazy year. You know what I mean?
Right.
That because if it goes just back to a normal year, it's going to look like a disaster.
But it's not, I mean, yeah, we can't keep up at this pace. It's just not possible.
It's not possible. Alrighty, we're going to start our next next feature. We're going to talk about what we might do differently with these listings. So you know that Ann and I are we up? Yes, there we go. Ann and I study what's going on in the market and try to understand why things don't sell. And today we thought we'd spend some time on a couple of listings, and I'm going first. And it's this is a Lincoln Park township, townhouse in a townhouse development that people often will tell me, hey, if anything comes on this development, let me know. I'm interested. They have very few. This is the only property for sale. And it's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, fee simple, and Ann will tell you a little bit about that, townhouse. There are very few this size in that development. So what makes a great fee simple townhouse, Ann?
Well, fee simple means you basically own it like you would a single family home. You don't have to pay big fees for landscaping, taking care of your neighbor's roof. You're responsible for your own roof. You're responsible for your own exterior. And basically, sometimes it includes water, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have your own water bill. There's usually an association that governs, but that's just to make sure that the exteriors are that they look uniform, right? Because that's what maintains value. So,
Here,
so
here
you're
they have
basically like owning a single family home, low assessments, and you get to do what you want to do.
and the reason I think this one will have an assessment is you drive into this courtyard.
Okay, yeah.
And you've got to pave it. You've got to maintain it. There's probably something about the garbage. You know, there are probably some things that go into that $225 a month, but that's nothing.
Right.
And this is a big house, 2,600 square feet. And the taxes are just under $15,000, and it's in Prescott Elementary School, which is a pretty
Everybody's looking to go to Prescott these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, wow, $860 appears to be a good price for 2610 square feet. Fee simple.
Fee simple with a little
4
front
bedroom.
garden.
So what's and 2-car parking? Not every townhouse has 2-car parking.
Well, it has one garage and one pad, or one.
Okay, but still, you can park 2 cars. Yeah. Okay.
So what's the story? It's been on the market for a year and a half.
Wow. And
it was listed privately right at the start of COVID. Remember when we were in lockdown, everyone's sort of thinking we'll come out of it. They put it on the private market. On May 1st, 2020, it goes on the MLS at 9:10. I would think that would be, because people want to get out of get out of multi-unit buildings, that this might be a very attractive property.
Agreed. Absolutely.
No. The first price drop was 3%. And the second price drop was just under 5%. Usually, if you're going to do a price drop, you got to do something that captures people's attention. And usually that's 5%. I always think about if I'm that a little one doesn't tell anybody anything.
Right.
So that's what's been going on. And here's my diagnosis, and we'll show it to you in the pictures.
Okay.
They made a bad first impression. There was no staging. The description was really uninviting. It says large 4-story, 4-bedroom embassy club townhouse.
That's all right.
Private gated entrance, great for dogs. I mean, it's got nothing.
I call that the laundry list description, right?
But it doesn't.
This and this and this and this and this, and that doesn't make you really want to go see the property.
It doesn't make it exciting. The pictures are not professional pictures, as you'll see in a second. And the floor plan, they include a floor plan, but it shows no windows on the second floor. So the bedroom floor looks like it's a prison. And there's some improvement in the second listing. So this one they canceled and relisted with some better pictures. Okay, so this is the first.
Holy smokes. No.
I mean, I can take better photos than that. Well, not really, but close. Hi, let's feature the bathroom. There's a toilet. They have a toilet in the house.
Oh my goodness, that just looks cramped and small, and
they're
really proud of their floor.
Toilet.
At least the toilet lid is closed.
Okay, so here's the exam. Here's the floor plan showing no windows. I'm like, where are the windows? And of course, the windows are here and here and here and wherever, but they have no windows.
Oh dear!
It's the prison that you've always wanted for your family. So in the second one, so remember the first entrance was really awful. So they've obviously made some improvements. Okay. And they have this staged picture that looks just lovely. Then they spent a lot of time so I go into my recommendations. 1, punch up the description. Matt Laracy sold a beautiful one, smaller. 2 weeks or a couple months earlier, early this summer. Beautiful. Had professional photography, used summer photos. It's like, I want to live there.
Right.
Included a 3D tour and video. He priced to sell it from the start. You'll see. And my recommendation is fix the goddamn floor plan. Sorry, people. I didn't mean to use such language, but oh my God.
You feel very strongly about that.
So example, here is that other one. It's a smaller one. It's one fewer bedroom, one fewer bath, but it's sold in 7 days for $27,000 over list. It's not, people want to live in this neighborhood. Look at how pretty and bright this looks. This is their outdoor picture. Bright, pretty, professional. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy. This property happens to be owned by a realtor, the one that I was showing you. And I'm going to stop sharing. And I find that sometimes they sort of think, oh, it'll sell, and don't do the things that you and I would do.
Right.
So it's too bad. They finally priced it where Matt Larissy sold, at the price per square foot.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to show you a high rise. This is a near north condo building. And there are actually two that haven't sold. The one's 1,007 days. The other's 391. We're going to look at the one for 391 because it's now at 659. Can you see that? 659,000. I like to do an analysis when I do a condominium CMA, or comparative market analysis, for everybody who doesn't know that term, looking at the tiers. And as you know, Kyle, if you're in an F unit, usually every F up and down is the same floor plan, same view. The only difference is floor level and what they've done to the inside. So looking at that tier is the first place everybody should look for getting home values. So looking at all of the Fs in this building historically, and granted, this goes back to 2007, and an appraiser would only use the most recent 6 months. Still, the most recent sale was for 614. Well, there's a red flag for you right there. So the first question is, what do you, Mr. 55F, have that 29F does not, right?
Besides height.
Besides height, exactly right. And one of the questions is, and this does sometimes happen, as you go up in a building, at some point you might magically clear a building and then gain additional view, and that really can affect value. That's not the case here. They have essentially the same view.
Well,
but even look,
this is a building that sort of tapers. Do they lose square feet as they go up or gain?
Well, here's our square feet right here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, they don't.
And I always find it comical. These agents are rounding up square feet. Instead of 1904, it's 1910. It's
1950. And somehow they got additional square feet.
Oh dear. Anyway, these are, all 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, all about 1,900-ish square feet. And here's north and west. I just for grins, the C unit is a different exposure. It faces south. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that, but you can see.
A beautiful view from that building south is beautiful, especially when you get up. Beautiful.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's my first impression. And I'm looking and I'm saying, okay, but see, here's the thing, 614. But then in 2019, one went for 810, $200,000 difference, so and that was 53F versus 55F.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's check it out and see what happened. Whoops. I'm going to share with you a different page. Okay, so here's the floor plan. Looking, what did I say? North and west.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a nice floor plan. One of the challenges is this kitchen is a galley. And everybody recently has wanted their kitchens to be open with a big open floor plan. So you're going to see how that affects everything as we go. All right.
I'm closing my open kitchen.
You told me that. Yeah. You have a great galley kitchen that you've had open and you're thinking of closing it up, right?
I'm closing it up. Anyway, I'm making it smaller too, but that's me. Go ahead.
All right. So one of the things we can do is we can look at the history, and you can see they put it on the market initially for $725 in 2020. Now they're down to $659 in price, 391 days. And this is the living room for that unit.
What's under this? Do we have any sense that there's wood floors under this carpet?
We have no sense. I don't think there is. It doesn't say in the
description. It doesn't give us any clue.
No.
Ding dongs. No.
So I would say today, isn't it basically a rule of thumb? No carpet in living rooms. Can't you pretty much make a blanket statement to that regard?
You can absolutely make that blanket statement.
Yeah. Okay, so here's 29F. This is the one that went for $614. So it's got a nice little entry. They opened up the kitchen.
Yep.
Now, not necessarily my styling or taste.
No. We're not talking about that. But notice, though, go back up. There are reasons that certain things exist, like that crazy ceiling height. There are air vents in there, and they have to have them. So you're never going to be able to have a flush ceiling. You're going to have that detailing.
Right. If you open it up, you're stuck with this soffit thing here.
Yeah.
That's what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. Okay, same unit. Here we are looking at the view. Great view.
Pretty.
And here's the view from the kitchen. It actually looks like a decent kitchen here.
Yeah.
Bedroom. And I'm just showing you to give a flavor of what these look like.
Original baths.
Right. So it's $614. Okay, so then I said, what happened in 2018? Again, an appraiser can't use this, but it helps us look at the historical data.
Right.
So 2018, this is the 820,000. Look at the lake view, and it's summertime shots, guys, versus the winter shots. That's why we try to get our clients to take photos during the summer, even if they're not selling. Look how pretty this looks with the wood floors. Here's the kitchen. Now here's the galley. But again, it's sold for $200,000 more. Not my choice of flooring. It looks like paper.
No. That's a rug. That's hardwood.
Oh, it is. You're right. The wood comes through here. But and they've got granite with a mosaic tile, but white cabinets, clean. Bedroom.
Still carpet in the bedrooms.
Bathroom. Looks like marble. This is an upgrade.
No, it's actually wait, go back. The way you know in this building that it's largely the original bath, look at the tub.
Oh, the tub.
Yeah. They chose flesh tone, and the sink. They chose flesh tone.
That's right.
That's how you know
it's original.
It's original. Not a lot of money.
$200,000 more in a worse market.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back to 2019 for $810.
Look at there's carpet, but look at how handsome that carpet is. That's a carpeted floor.
We're still around the same floor height here.
Yeah.
Clean kitchen.
Very sleek.
That's updated.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the one that hasn't sold.
Well,
this is actually not the living room I showed you in the beginning. This is actually the very first photograph you see when you click on this listing. Now, does that invite you in and say, come buy me? No. There's that living room. They tried to do virtual staging. It didn't help it, did it? Here's the kitchen. The kitchen is not terrible. I mean, I would get rid of the black wallpaper, but it's clean and sleek. Here's the bedroom. No virtual staging there. And the bathroom. So it's original, but this wallpaper, get rid of the wallpaper. Okay.
What it's saying is gut job. A sale gut job.
But here's the thing. Why does this person think that when the last sale was 614, that they're going to get an offer at a 659 list price when they're in worse condition?
So what would you do?
Okay. So here are my recommendations. You either say, I mean, I give up. What's the phrase for that? Throw in the towel, reduce the price to 615 at the most, and just say, fire sale, be done. But really, you could do better than that. I would spend, I don't think it would take much more than $45,000.
I think it would.
Well, okay, I'm saying bare bones. I'm saying bare bones.
That tile in the front hall, that is
get rid of the tile. Do the floor.
No. $45,000 is the tile and the carpet, both.
Okay.
But then you have no money for anything else.
Well, okay.
There is work that needs to be done in this home.
My point is, your high water mark is 820.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to be smart. But even if you spent 100, you could get 820. Right.
Yeah.
But you got to go one way or the other.
Yes. Right now you have to sell it to somebody who wants a project. And somebody who wants
to do the work themselves and live in it and do it their own way. Me personally, I would rather buy this condo and then do it the way I wanted, but I wouldn't buy it at 659.
No, it's a good. Well, here's what some sellers say. I know I'm not going to get 659. Just make me an offer. But as you and I have discussed all the time, buyers have been broken by Amazon. They want to pay the list price or offer less, but they want to know that the list price is a fair price, not a give me an offer price.
Exactly right. Yep. Yeah. Well, and the numbers show it. People are paying 98% of the last list price or even more. Yeah. So yeah, the strategy of I'll put a price and the market will decide doesn't fly.
It hurts you. It doesn't help you.
Right. And the other thing I would do, and you tell me if you would disagree.
Okay.
I just put right on there, rehabber special.
Right.
Don't pretend, you're a silk.
Move right in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly right. I mean, you could move right in if everything works, but
sometimes, and I don't know if this is an estate sale or not, who knows? Sometimes writing estate sale makes everyone go, okay.
I'm in. Let me look at that.
That's another word for rehabber special. Estate sale. Done.
Exactly. Call a spade a spade.
Opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So anyway, anybody out there, if you're interested in throwing a bid in on one of these at the right price, let us know.
Because we can help. And they would be happy.
Exactly. And you've just gotten a skinny on what they're really worth. So that's the story.
Great.
Anything else? One more time, I want to wish my husband a happy 35th wedding anniversary. And I don't know what we're talking about next week, but we'll come up with something really good again. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you have questions, we love answering questions on the air. So please send us direct messages, text us, call us. Please subscribe to our shows on YouTube and follow us on Facebook.